I want the luxury of being able to pick up the pencil and put it down and be able to decide when I want to work and when I don't, when I feel it and when I don't. And it's just this battle between me and this social media sphere, feeling like I have, that I'm being defined by that. Hello, everybody. Hello, all artists. I need to talk to you about something that I'm sure you have felt before, and it's kind of a looming presence in today's world, and that is social media. I've talked about social media before and its relevancy to artists, but this is part 2, and it's something I've been feeling lately, so I need to address it and I need to talk about it. Stop rushing your artwork. Stop feeling like you need to post something every day, every week, whatever, every couple of hours, TikTok, Instagram, all these other things. You don't need to do that. And I know that it feels like you do. And I understand that struggle, that whenever you look at the decline in interaction with your account, with your page or whatever, it's discouraging, right? You want to get recognition as an artist. You want to penetrate through the algorithm and you want people to see your work. But if you are working towards something more, if you're working towards something that takes time, that requires a lot of hard work and dedication, it's really hard to work with social media. It's really hard to post on Instagram and things like that. There are ways to bypass this, work in progress shots, things like that. But to be completely honest with you, I'm one of those people that really hates documenting my process. I do it because I feel like I'm involving my audience a little bit more, but I don't care. I do it because I have to in today's world, but I hate it. I genuinely like just drawing, just doing artwork for me. Artwork is a selfish thing. It's something that it's your private life, your private mind, and you are sharing it because you need to in order to gain recognition. But as far as the requirements for legitimacy and recognition in today's world, as an artist, I find them ridiculous, and I think that they're counterproductive to your work. I think there are a lot of artists out there that work seamlessly with social media apps and things like that, and they don't have a problem with it so much. But I'm sure that it's not just me feeling like you have to post something like every 5 minutes, work in progress shots, detail shots, post a TikTok, a time lapse, whatever. Like, you feel like you just need to document your every little move, like it's a fucking glow up with me video, like how I get ready, what I do in a day, all that kind of stuff. It's this, it's like society's obsessive need to see something before it's finished, understand what goes on before that. What happened to the mystery of artists? What happened to the mystery of the creative process? Why does everybody want to know so bad? Take the artwork for what it is. Social media, as I said in the video before, how social media harms artists. I think that social media is a very hypersensitive, hypersaturated environment for an artist and can be counterproductive in that way, that it's hard to have a focus on your subject matter, on what you want to do with your artwork. And then this is the second thing. It's this incessant need to post. It's this incessant need to be relevant, to continue showing your work and continue working. There's the upside that this urgency keeps you on track to a certain extent, and I believe that, but there's a line with that. You do have an obligation, as an artist, and social media can help you keep yourself on track and make sure that you keep producing work and stay motivated. But let's not act like there are not times where you just want to put the pencil, the pen, the ink, the paint, whatever, down for a second and just walk away for a while. And Instagram does not allow you to do that. These platforms that require this need for posting non-stop, if you stop posting for a couple days, which I do all the time, sometimes I won't post for a month, a couple of weeks or more. And I can just see people lose interest so quickly. I lose followers. Like, if they cared about my artwork, then I haven't been gone for a year. Like, give me some time. Like, so many famous artists throughout history, especially ones that have had disorders, mental illnesses, things like that, have always gone through a kind of mania and depression where they have this time, this saturated time where they do all this work and they don't sleep, and it's just they're pumping out ideas and executing those things. And then there's this period of darkness where you just do nothing. You don't feel inspired. You don't want to do the thing that you love the most, which is awful. That time is terrible. And I just went through that just recently. And it's right before a show, too. And it took one event, one day, where I found the inspiration that I needed to really pump out work. But the last time I posted anything was a couple of weeks ago, okay? And a drastic decline in reaction to me posting, after this hiatus. It's sickening, like you feel like you're gaining an audience and then you stop and do your thing for a second and people just like forget about you. It's terrible. And as an artist, I think there is this polarity. There is this idea that you want people to care about your work, and also it's just like, this is me, this is my work. It's a very selfish practice, and you don't care too much what other people think. But with social media, man, it is grueling. This chasing on the heels of people to get them to care about you again, to get them to continue following you and to be interested in your work after like 2 seconds. It's really terrible because we need that moment, that time. And like I said before, there are some people, sure, that are really good at just, they just keep going. They're just a train, just forever. The momentum just gains for them. But for many people, I think there is this ebb and flow, and it's sometimes this period of like darkness where you don't do anything is really intimidating in the social media world, because it's almost like you cannot feel comfortable in that space of just not creating and letting that be natural, because you feel like you're going to lose relevancy in the social media realm, which is disgusting. That's disgusting to even think about. It shouldn't be about that. It should be about the artwork, because then, right, you force your work and you start coming out with crappier stuff than you normally do because you feel the need to produce work. It's the same idea with mass production, right? As soon as you toss out craftsmanship out the door, the product just gets worse and worse because it's being mass produced. The product is not made as well. It's done cheaply. Things, there's that kind of association there. And I really don't want to do that. I don't want to put myself in that position. I want the luxury of waiting. I want that. I want the luxury of being able to pick up the pencil and put it down and be able to decide when I want to work and when I don't, when I feel it and when I don't. And it's just this battle between me and this social media sphere, feeling like I have, that I'm being defined by that, and then there's just that problem of, once you've been gone for a while and you come back and you can produce fantastic work, but you've lost your following over some time, so not as many people like it. So then what do you think? Your work's not as good. And that's grotesque. That is disgusting. It is such an unhealthy environment for that hypersensitive, hypersaturated environment to this necessity to have people pay attention to you, and you keep that attention. Especially with the short attention spans of people today. Yeah, it's just like we've entered this era of mass production, but for art. With stickers and pins and prints and all this. And don't get me wrong, I think it's right for a lot of people. And I think social media has helped a lot of people monetize their work and make a business out of it. I'm glad that they're able to monetize their work and they're able to produce work and make money off of it. But when it comes maybe to a less financially savvy artist, someone that wants to do things naturally and not necessarily to make a business out of it, but just to produce work on their own terms, social media is a hellscape. It's terrible. So I just wanted to get that out there. Maybe as a reminder to myself, as always, and a reminder to the people watching. If you feel this pain too, just ignore it. Try to let it recede in the back of your mind and just always remember, as an artist, you come first. You always come first. Your work, the quality of your work comes first. Not the amount of likes, not how many people are following you or unfollowing you, your relevancy, blah, blah, blah. If galleries like you, they'll find you. If magazines want you in there and do interviews with you, they'll find you. They will, okay? As long as you're, persistent and you keep posting. But it doesn't matter the frequency of the posting. It takes one person, man. It takes one person for thousands of people to reach you. So don't get discouraged. Keep doing work, because I'll say it again, the art is about you. It's not about the audience. And it takes that one person to get you where you need to be. So don't be discouraged and be selfish. Take the time for yourself and make sure that your work always comes out perfect, the way you want it. And don't base the value of your work off of how many followers you have or how many people like it. Because let's be real, most people aren't really good at criticizing art and understanding it. So just, stay on top of it, stay selfish, and maintain integrity in your work. So, and try and stay off social media. That was my message in the last video. Stay off of it for a little bit. And make work for you. That's the message for this one. Another phone talk, but I'm my realist in front of the iPhone camera. Yeah, yeah, that's all I have to say for today. I hope you found it useful. See you later.